A genuinely heartwarming family story and one of this year's biggest misfires are available for viewing this week.
Here to review Coda and Respect is film critic Chuck Kaplinski. Hi, Chuck.
How are we doing?
We are great. You seem to be a little torn today between these two movies.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm definitely. Well, I'm definite, but polar
opposites, right? Not torn about the movies themselves, but have different feelings about each individual.
And it's interesting because they both have to do with music.
Okay.
So yes, that's a commonality, but that's where the commonalities stop between Coda and Respect.
Let's start with the winner.
Let's start with the winner, Coda. Coda was a movie I saw via Sundance at the Sundance Film Festival. They did it virtually this year. I liked it pretty well, and then I watched it again last week, and boy, I liked it a lot more. Coda stands for Child of Deaf Adults, and that would be Ruby Rossi. That's the character's name. I want you to remember this actress's name, Amelia Jones. Amelia Jones. She is going to be a huge star. She is incredible as Ruby. She is the only person who can hear within this family of four. So her parents have really kind of put an awful burden on her. And there you see them out on the fishing boat. She goes out on the fishing boat before she goes to school because she has to help her deaf father and brother communicate with the outside world. She has to help her mother communicate with the outside world. She is the bridge to the world that they have exiled themselves from because they say, well, they're not going to understand us. She's in her senior year at high school, and all of her friends are making plans to leave. Well, she's not. She feels as though she is stuck there, that she has to stay there with her parents. But there's a music teacher. There he is. Eugenio Derbez, the biggest actor in Mexico. He plays a music teacher who sees something in Ruby and says, we've got to develop this. You've got a voice. You've got something to say. And I think this is your ticket out of there. And, of course, Ruby is torn again between what to do and what not to do. Didn't like the first half hour of this movie. There's a lot of humor that's very broad with the parents, and they go through extreme signing to tell about their sex life, which I don't really need to see, and no one does. But then the film calms down. It really becomes Ruby's story, and this girl, Amelia Clarke, she is so good, so good. You can't take your eyes off of her, and Coda, even though there's not much original there, you end up being moved by the end of this movie. Really liked it. It's on Apple TV. Apple TV is the best bargain out there. It's $5 a month. $5 a month. You get this movie. You get Ted Lasso, Mr. Corman, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's new series is on there. Tom Hanks has movies on there. It's the best deal out there. Take a chance. $5 a month for Apple TV. Well, Coda is a winner.
You have sold me on that movie, and I'm very surprised just that Respect isn't great, according to what you've seen so far.
I'm surprised, too. I did an August preview a couple weeks ago, and this was one of the movies I was looking forward to. Boy, was I wrong. Respect is 2.5 hours I will never get back. This movie is all over the place. You have Jennifer Hudson playing Aretha Franklin. There's young Aretha there with her mother. Hey, did you know Aretha Franklin's mother committed suicide?
Don't know that I did know that.
I did not either, but it's mentioned very briefly there. Did you know Aretha Franklin had 2 children by the time she was 15?
Definitely didn't know that.
I didn't know that either, but it's mentioned briefly, and that's the problem with this film. This film plays like a Cliff's Notes version of this woman's life. It is scattered all over the place. It mentions one big event, and then we move a couple years ahead. And then it mentions another big event, we get a couple scenes, then we move a couple years ahead. You never really get a sense of this woman because they're jumping forward so quickly that nothing ever develops between her. Yes, the music is good, of course, and Jennifer Hudson, incredibly talented, but this movie just was all over the place. And in being all over the place, I just didn't feel as though I cared about her. I didn't know anything about her because they don't take any time to really let us know them. This was a major, major misfire. This is one of those movies where I'm doing this every 15 minutes, and that is a bad, bad side. That 2.5 hours felt like a lot longer. So skip that.
I was hoping the music would redeem it. I mean, Jennifer Hudson sang at the All-Star game like a year and a half ago, and I was there for the rehearsals when it was just like her with, that woman, holy cow, such a power. She filled the United Center without a microphone.
Oh yeah, I can believe it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, tomorrow you'll be here on the morning show.
I'll be here at the morning show. I'll be reviewing Free Guy, the new movie with Ryan Reynolds. Going to go see that tonight. We'll see how that one is. A lot of buzz around that one.
Oh.
It looks funny. I hope it is.
And then go to our website, Real Talk with Chuck and Pam. There's a giveaway. Sweet Girl, a movie that's coming out with Jason Momoa next week on Netflix. Hey, you can join at our website to get a chance to see it early.
All right. You can check out their Facebook page, their website, their newsletter, get signed up for all that stuff. If you go to our website, I don't think their website's just a black square. That may be on our fault, but just go to CILiving.tv and you'll find the right thing, I promise.